Let's run away, somewhere we can be safe, somewhere away from all these nightmares, where nobody can find me. Let's run away, far away from all the pain, run away, no reality to run to, even if we go blindly, let's go into the wild. Let's run away, somewhere we can be safe, somewhere away from all these nightmares, where nobody can find me, Let's run away, far away from all the pain, and no reality to run to, even if we go blind. Run away, let's go into the wild.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. We have breached a new era of parapsychology, paranormal investigating, angelology, demonology, and biblical research. We have surpassed the limitations of working with the otherworldly, angels, ghosts, creatures, etc. We can now master this otherworldly arena and now deny the forbidding essence that limited our soul. This allures us to the encapsulating opportunities of theory versus experiment, intertwined with taking action in regard. Every synchronicity matters around the history, myth, and folklore. We must find every piece we can to this seemingly never-ending puzzle and leave it to our children before we cross over to the next life. Let the ethereal entities lead us through blood, sweat, tears, stress, aches, manifestations, and insecurities, with the gift of being granted access to a higher level of paranormal and supernatural arena, which I have proven exists in many others that I highly respect. We can all access the otherworldly spirit world one way or another. We can all experience the light. We will all see the truth one day. otherworldlyspooky.com.
Either there's an incubus or a succubus in your house. If it's not to that extreme level, then it's going to be just a nasty ghost that we're going to just literally, the way to get them out.
Okay, so let's take a look, either one of you or the dogs. So we'll just kind of have to see.
Well, there's ghosts out there that do shit like that. There's like... Okay, so where are you at in the house right now?
I am in the basement.
So we're both going to do a recording at the same time. What I'm going to do different here is I'm not going to mute you in case anything comes through the computer speaking as well. And then we'll see what happens. And then after that, we're going to do a PSB7 because I love this thing because I know that it works.
I'm ready.
Hit record.
Alright.
Any messages from the ghosts that are inside of Tory's home that are trying to communicate with her, now is your chance to speak. Angels, protectors, ethereal beings, celestial entities, please come forward with any messages that they're not able to. Thank you. I'm sorry if I had to cut you off. So I'm going to play this one, but first I want you to play yours back.
Let's fast forward through this. Unfortunately, we did not capture any EVPs on this recorder, but the next voice recorder we did, and they were profound. And it gets better after that.
That's substantial. So I'm going to have you send it over to me, and I'm going to go over it with headphones and enhance the audio to see if there's any faint, ghostly voices that are coming through. And then I'm going to play this one back, okay?
Okay.
So, real silent. Mine only does, it's not going to be quite as long because it only does when it's voice or sound activated. That's when it starts recording. Okay, you ready?
Any messages from the ghosts that are inside of Tory's home that are trying to communicate with her, now is your chance to speak. Angels, protectors, ethereal beings, celestial entities, please come forward with any messages that they're not able to.
PSB 7, and I'm going to put it in reverse to where anything clear will be immediate, and we'll see how much we can understand. You ready?
Yep.
I invite the spirits, holy ones, nothing evil, and just ghosts seeking the light to come through and come forward on this device. They're still in Tory's house. More coming into her house. The back of the house. Careful. Incubus. I think they keep saying 7. I kept hearing something about sex. What would that mean? Maybe one of the spirits went through some odd. which one I'm thinking about. From the land. Something ghost God. Are the demons going back and forth between Tory's house and that house? Because that's what I'm seeing. That's correct. If Tory's dad is in the house, is he there through the light with granted permission from God, or is he haunting to watch out for her? And if he's there, say Tory's name, say Tory, or his name. Tory.
So that is
Angels, spirits. Pregnant. Tory, say your dad's name. Stan. Stan is coming from the light, that he has angels protecting him while he watches over Tory and the children. Do you have anything to say about that? Survivor. Family. Okay, thank you. Howard. Too, I kept seeing through these ghosts' eyes, they're coming up to the back of the house. What's behind your property?
Our garage, because it's a quad unit.
Okay.
So there's 4 garages back there.
And-
Behind us, when you go far back, there's a playground, there's railroad tracks, and then there's a marsh area.
Okay.
That's a lot with this property. It's like that house, there's the highway right by us, there's a marshy area, there's our subdivision, and then there's a playground, tracks, and more marshy area.
Okay.
And that's basically what's all around us in this area is marsh and all this extra land that nothing's done with.
Okay, so the train tracks could have a serious haunting link to your situation, because like I said, they could be 1,000 miles away, 50 miles away, and they will be attracted to you. But also, it's funny that you say you had the garage back there, because I kept seeing a garage door, but I didn't think that was anything. And then there's the train tracks. So I'm going to have some people at some point that I'm going to talk to about all of the death in the area, all of the historical, landmarks, and any death linked to those, especially that house, any families. I'm going to find out any death that was on the railroad tracks, or maybe history.
Yeah, because it is a passenger. The tracks that are over there, I mean, from what I found out, is the person that started the railroad was from the town next door.
Okay.
Like the original railroad.
Okay.
When I looked at it. But then now it's a Metro train.
Okay.
That goes from Chicago to out here.
Oh my! See, that's another thing. If it's an active train track, then there could be spirits hopping on there. Going with people, attached to people, hopping off, or they see your light and then they jump off and they go straight to you. Maybe that's what I was seeing. So this is really interesting. We're going to have to find out some more information. I'm going to find out too if there's any morgues near this train track to see if that's also could be where they're coming from.
I don't know if you've heard the stories of Munger Road.
I have not.
If you look up, that road has been supposedly haunted for eons. And all kids, when you're young, want to go over there. The story basically is it's connected to the Underground Railroad.
Okay.
St. Charles, Illinois blocked off the entrance over there because it's underneath the police station or underneath the village hall. There were gates that were over there that they blocked off because at one point, from what I heard, there were murders that happened there. There was a death that's happened on that road supposedly long time ago. That's all, of course, urban legend. I don't know how true.
What's the name of the road? Munger Road?
Yes.
And then the town. What is this in your town or?
This is, I believe it's Barton. But it's like a 15-minute drive from my house.
Yeah, that's not very far at all.
No.
Okay, we saw the orbs. We've, every experience. It's not all just the demons and the devils that seem to be coming and going. It's really weird. It's like that's why I asked if they were coming from that other house or maybe another house in the area. There could be a cult. We don't know what's going on in the area either. But for some reason, they're in your house. And with the track record, Bob hearing the chains and everything like that, everything that's happened, everything that y'all have told me.
Where he was, and all of a sudden now we're done and he shows up.
Yeah. Well, I saw your cat.
Yeah.
I've seen it to where if we're completely masked in darkness, to where evil entities all around us, blessings if we're not sage, some holy oils. My book, The Living More Nightmares, spirit complex, the way that it all works, and it's scary.
Kind of like how the one time when I was asking what was under my house.
And it makes me worried. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you this now. I was going to wait till after I reviewed it, but I kept hearing stuff about sex on the PSV7. So I'm thinking either there's an incubus or a succubus in your house. If it's not to that extreme level, then it's going to be just a nasty ghost that we're going to just literally, the way to get them out most of the time is just to have the house blessed. It usually will remove most ghosts, but there's bigger procedures to remove diabolical entities. If there is an incubus or a succubus, there are certain signs we need to look for. Alright, so it could just be a naughty ghost. Basically, maybe it's the one that's always watching you in the bathroom. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah. Well, there's ghosts out there that do shit like that. There's one I heard recently
on camera the other night, and they were talking about a woman that married a ghost.
What? No.
Yeah.
What? I have to watch that.
And all of a sudden she's like, we're not together anymore, he just disappeared.
Wow, that's interesting. Really weird.
Yeah, she's like, his name's Jack, and she has a picture of Jack Sparrow.
I literally thought Jack Sparrow when you said that. Maybe there's some pirates here with us making us talk about it.
Yeah, I was saying, you never know.
You never know. Maybe we'll find out. And then when I call you later, we'll plan more of my trip coming out there. Okay, so let's take a look here at everything from about 2 hours of recording that I could make out, pick up. Anything that wasn't one of y'all or natural is everything that I tagged here. So I'm going to go ahead and show you, and you can tell me what you hear. Alright, let's begin. Pretty interesting, right? I didn't hear a lot of conversations, but I definitely could make out a few things that were not either one of you or the dogs. So we'll just kind of have to see what we get on the next round.